I feel like beat my chest. I feel like beat my chest. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I feel like beat my chest. I feel like beat my chest. I feel like beat my chest. Yo. When I woke up this morning, I had reasons to sing. When I woke up this morning, I had reasons to shout. I know that Father God bless me, and that's without a doubt. So if you know that Father God bless you, start to jump up and shout, sing, whoa, see a banga, see a banga. Give thanks to the Father, everybody, oh yeah, yeah, see a banga, see a banga. He is my provider, my back, my back, my back. The most I have my back, my back, my back. The big man of my back, my back, my back. The most I have my back, 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 back. Man, I feel so blessed. Man, I feel like beating my chest. I feel like I feel so free. Man, nobody happy like me. I feel like He provides my wants, He provides my needs. Each and every day, I get on my knees. He provides my wants, He provides my needs. Each and every day. So when I woke up this morning, I had reasons to sing. When I woke up this morning, I had reasons to shout. I know that Father God bless me, and that's without a doubt. So if you know that Father God bless you, let your praises come out. Sing, whoa, see a banga. I feel like beat my chest. I feel like beat my chest.
Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? Yeah, man.
I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed.
If you blessed, you feel blessed, you feel good?
I feel like beat my chest.
You feel good?
I feel like beat my chest. Yo.
Yeah, I feel good today, man. What do you mean?
This morning,
welcome to Ridealong Live for today's Tuesday. AKA my Monday, because I wasn't officially here yesterday. You guys saw a rebroadcast. But I am here today. Welcome to the ride. Welcome to the ride. Welcome to Tuesday on the ride. Let me see everybody who inside already. Bless, 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 bless. Yeah. Hashtag bless. I feel blessed. I feel blessed. I feel blessed. Yes, my back, my back, my back. Yeah, man, if you feel blessed, hashtag bless. Let me see all who feel blessed. Let me see who feel blessed. Call in if you feel blessed, share the program. If you feel blessed, share the program and get someone else. Wendy. Yeah, get someone else feeling blessed too, man. You can't feel blessed all by yourself now. How selfish is that, huh? You're blessed by yourself. You alone that feel blessed. You alone that want to feel blessed. Other people want to feel blessed too.
He provides my wants. He provides.
Yeah, man. Hey, Wendy, how you doing? Dion Blaze, how you doing? Welcome to the ride. Big up to Dion Blaze.
Provide my needs each and every day.
I'm sharing the program because Dion, yeah, you feel blessed. Eugene, big up yourself. Thank you so much. Hey, listen, I know a lot of things happening, I know a lot of things happening around the world. I know it's a crazy kind of world right now that we're living in. It's hard to find any kind of sense of inspiration. It's hard to find anything to make ourselves feel good. So I promise you guys, I promise you, for the next couple of days and weeks, I'm going to try my utmost best to lift your spirit a little bit. I'm going to try harder. I'm going to try harder. If you realize the death announcement getting longer, yeah, the death announcement getting a little bit longer. Yeah, everywhere you turn, RIP is trending. RIP is trending. Sad. So I'm gonna try my best, guys. I'm gonna try my best to at least provide some sense of inspiration. Favor King, big up yourself, big up yourself. Big up yourself to the folks that's listening and locked on right now at J Wanda 107.9 FM in Brooklyn, New York. What you feel blessed to?
Go back on your knees.
I don't care what happened to you today. I don't care what the neighbor told you today. I don't care what the friend told you today. If you have a fallout with your family member, right now, gotta feel blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Your praises come out, sing. Oh, see a banga, see a banga. Give thanks to the Father. Everybody.
Yeah, man. Hey, Rachel Cummings, how you doing?
See a banga.
Yeah. My back. My back, The most I got my back, my back. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man have my back, my back, my back. The most I have my back, 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 back. That's why I feel like beat my chest. I feel like beat my chest.
Alright guys, so welcome to Ride Along Live.
I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. I feel like beat my chest.
Hold on a second.
My chest. I feel like beat my chest. Yo, I sing it.
Alright.
See a banger. Give thanks to the Father.
How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I had a freaking great weekend, guys. I was over on the West Coast earlier this week, and it was a nice experience. I like to experience different places, see different things, and just see different cultures and how people interact. And I must tell you that I had such an amazing time on the West Coast. So all the folks in Washington, Washington State, big up yourself, guys. You're really accommodated for your boy. I met a lot of friends and families, a lot of friends, viewers out there as well. So it was a pleasure meeting and connecting with you guys over on the West Coast. All right.
I feel like beat my chest.
Yeah. Judy, big up yourself.
I'm blessed. I feel like beat my chest.
All right. You feel blessed? Lydia James, how you doing?
Feel like beat my chest. Yo.
Guys, let's start the program because we have a lot to talk about, right? We have a whole lot to talk about. What we've been seeing, guys, is so heartbreaking. Every time you turn on the TV, I mean, we almost becoming numb to it, right? We're almost becoming numb to the fact that people are dying every single day. Not one, not two, sometimes 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Sometimes the new normal is if 5 people die today, well, that's good because it's better than yesterday. And if people are dying from natural cause, well, people say, well, that's a good sign. It's just so crazy, the normal that we live in. And imagine people are dying like every single day, 5 and 6 and 7. To date, in a small place like Grenada, right? 130 people passed away from COVID-19 in the space of about 3 weeks. 130. Let us sink in a little bit. 130 people died from COVID-19 in about 3 weeks. In a small place like Grenada, where everybody know everybody. And as look at St. Vincent across, the COVID-19 rate has been spiking over this past couple of weeks as well. And it's so depressing. Trust me, it's so depressing. So as I said earlier, Rena, how you doing? As I said a few weeks ago, I'm going to stop post all of this bad news, and I'm destined to post information that is inspiring. So I'm only posting who recovered, and we've seen over 3,000 people recovered from COVID-19, which is a good thing. And happy to hear that, because some people think that as they have COVID-19, or if you have COVID-19, it's somehow a death sentence, which is not. All right. So amongst everything, looking and seeing what's happening and talking to friends and families and stuff like that, we've seen that the hospitals are now like almost filled to capacity. And people are they're scared to go into the hospital. So some people are very reluctant to even go into the hospital when they're sick. Only sometime when they reach to the point that they're almost dying, that they feel like they have no other choice than to go to the hospital. People are dying at home in numbers that we have never seen before. This is simply the worst tragedy that ever hit the world, because the medical system is just simply cannot facilitate for all the sick people at the same time. Although we've started to see a reduction in cases, yesterday we had about 83. That's a far disparity from a couple days ago when we had 391 cases. So we're seeing a good downward trend in it, but we still have an upsurge of deaths. So my next guest, let me see if I could get her on right here, because my next guest have a very interesting story to tell. She's on the program because her mom just passed away, but she's very concerned very, very concerned as to how her mom passed away, and she have questions as to why they claim that why they claiming that her mom passed away, and she don't think that her mom passed away from COVID-19. I'm not gonna preempt her story. Let me see if I could get her on right now. Her name is Makita. Makita, could you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, your video is stuck for some reason, Makita, so I can't see you at all.
Oh,
So if you want to just jump back out and come back in, Makita,
okay.
and we'll fix that problem.
All
Yeah,
right.
we're gonna get Makita back, Makita on, so she'll tell her story. So her mom passed away, guys, and she's saying that they're telling her that her mom died of COVID, but as far as she know for a fact that her mom did not die of COVID. We're gonna hear why she thinks that her mom didn't die from COVID, because she has a very long, extensive story to share with us. And funny enough, right? Funny enough, I've gotten other calls. In fact, I've gotten about 4 other calls of people complaining about almost the same thing. Let's see if we could add in Makita on the live right now. Makita, are you there? Could you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
All right. Thank you so much, Makita, for joining us on Ride Along Live to share your story here with us. Um, Makita, we are all here to understand what you're going through, but we really can't, because to lose a loved one, we know is difficult. And you have to now deal with that situation and also deal with another situation and come and explain to us here what exactly is happening, so we understand that it is difficult. All right. So if at any point you want to stop a little bit, you want to take a little break, just let me know, and I'm going to take a break and come back to you. All right.
Okay, sure.
All right, no problem. So, Makita, what is the problem? I mean, you contacted us, claiming that you feel you feel like a sense of some injustice is happening to you and your family. Just start, what's really happening?
Okay, I'll just start off by saying that yes, I'm feeling like we are not getting the justice that we wanted concerning our mom's death. My mom passed away last week Thursday. Um, week before Thursday, she had an accident in her bathroom. She fell, so the tiles tripped her, and she fell face front, hitting the face basin. And um, to us, we believe that she impacted something from the fall. Days went by, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We took her to Maribor because she was unresponsive. She was not talking, she was not eating. We took her to Maribor. Since she was unresponsive, we could not have entered the hospital with her. And for what reason, I don't know. They didn't want us to come in to speak on her behalf. That was a no-no. However, the nurse came out and gave us the news that she has COVID-19. Mind you, my mom stays by herself. No one comes to really visit her except my little sister. My little sister tested for COVID. She's negative. Nobody comes to visit my mom. My mom stays on her own. They admitted to the general hospital. My bigger sister, she went down with the ambulance. I came down after, private transport. When we got there, my mom was in casualty. We didn't get any news as to what was taking place with my mom. Finally, doctor came out. I don't want to call any name. Doctor came out. We start asking answers. What happened to your mom? Oh, your mom have COVID, and we have to admit her to the COVID-19 ward. How does my mom have COVID? Can she do another test? No, she cannot do another test. If she has to, is a PCR test, and she have to pay for it. Okay, well, since my mom has COVID-19 and we have direct contact with her, can we do a test? No, we don't have no tests available. They took my mom, they went in the back with her, They came back, they went down to the war with her. That was it. That was a Tuesday. The Wednesday, we were expecting a call because the doctor told us that our other doctor, he cannot give us the information about our mom. A doctor on the ward, and the COVID-19 ward, have to give us the information concerning our mother as to what's going on with her. The Wednesday, when we called the hospital, no one answered, no one picked up. All how we tried, no one, for the whole day, we mind wasn't at ease. When Thursday came, me and my older sister, she's right here with me.
Hi, sis.
Hi. She and I decided we're gonna drop some Pampers for our mom because we know how we left her. We know when we drop off the condition she was in. So we say, despite we didn't get any call, we're gonna go down and drop some Pampers for her. On my way down, I asked a friend from America to get a number for me because she has links in the hospital, and she did. When my phone rang, and someone, well, they explained like them from the general hospital. They come from the general hospital, and they ask, if Leanna Francois is my mom and whatnot. And she was like, your mom passed. I'm going down to St. George's to drop Pampers for my mom. That was after 11. And I got that call, my mom passed. And I was like, what you mean by my mom passed? She was like, your mom passed away. I said, passed away when? Since after 6 this morning. And I say, are they just calling me to tell me that? But anyways, I started using a whole set of four languages because from there it just pissed me off.
Right.
To make my sister started moaning already. I say I'm not gonna buy that story. Going down, we're gonna find out what's going on down in the hospital. When we got down there, we end up linking with a doctor from chronic disease ward. And we asked him to do us a favor and go down to the ward, the whatever ward, to see if the death is confirmed with my mom. And he came back, and unfortunately he gave us the sad news. And he just couldn't. What happened to her? He could not have even given us direct information as to what happened to my mom. And he was telling us the hospital is short of staff. They're trying to call us, and we give them wrong number, and all sorts of lies. Up to this day, we don't know what actually happened to our mom, although we know it's not COVID-19. They keep saying it's COVID-19. They did a rapid test. Unfortunately, with 2 rapid tests.
Yeah. We went to bring her to the hospital on Sunday. They did one, it was negative. We did one on Saturday. When they did one on Sunday, they say it was positive.
Right. Right.
So that was it. But I can't believe we what we respect of the hospital is that okay, we admit it had COVID. We admit that. We know it had COVID. We know it's real. But what we cannot understand, my mom died of COVID. They never came to us and asked us to quarantine. They never asked us to take a test. They never came to us and said we have to sanitize the house. They never did nothing. They didn't ask us who we been around, who we don't been around. Nothing. Up to this blessed day, none of us never saw a sign and neither a symptom of this COVID. And it's so sad, it's hurting, it's burning up. I knew they do an x-ray by a doctor in the hospital. I would not call his name, nothing. I knew, I do my inquiry. I knew they do an x-ray, and the x-ray said that her chest was clear. Nothing wrong with her chest. But the doctor from Princess Alice Hospital told us, the doctor from Princess Alice Hospital told us that because she dramatized with a lash in her head and she had in a mild stroke, so prepare for a CT scan and an x-ray, which I know they do the x-ray. So
Right.
I don't know what is going on. It's really hot. It's really burning. And you only give us only 72 hours to bury a COVID patient. My mom that died of COVID, I cannot bear with that.
Okay.
Cannot bear I would not, and I would not accept the death certificate stating that my mom died of COVID. No, I would not.
Listen, my mom fell in the bathroom. You could see the after effects because she had a back slab on her left foot because my she have weight. She fell, she hit her face. You could see all the bruises from all from her left side go down. Everything you could see.
Yes.
They did not do a CT scan on my mom. She had a referral from the doctor to do a CT scan. They refused to do a CT scan in the hospital. All they was studying is that my mom is tested for COVID-19 and also told us they cannot work on my mom until she's COVID-19 cleared. They cannot do CT scan on her because she's going to contaminate the machine. I find that was very, very ridiculous.
Wow.
Very, very, very ridiculous. I was starting school up to this day is a lesson whenever you untidy, you clean up your workstation. It goes same as the hospital. You do a exam or a procedure on somebody, you tidy up. I don't see why my mom couldn't have gotten a CT scan done on her. I don't see why she couldn't have gotten the care she needed. It comes like, why is the point she was there? If you're looking at the hospital to take care of you and to make you feel better, I am not seeing it that way. And with all this COVID-19 thing, it's going to get a lot worse. And a lot of people are listed down as COVID-19 patients, and that is not the case.
Okay. Um. Now this is a very 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 sad story, and condolences to you and the family. I could almost understand
Yeah.
how the whole family is feeling right now, over the loss of
E-
your mom, right?
Everybody is upset. Everybody is upset. Her children in England cannot even come.
Yeah.
Everybody is upset. But what I am trying to say, you can't even say why you put an oxygen on my mother, and my mother had no problem with breathing. And
Yeah.
you walking in casualty, and me ask you why is the problem? You cannot say the doctor and the word have to say. You put an oxygen on my mother, we cannot know. All now we're trying to know what was the medical, how she treated, we cannot get it.
They refuse to give us.
We don't even see that she was a female medical ward, and we never ever see not one non-patient, no workers at all that works on that. We don't see them. Because the doctor we saw the morning when we went down there and we get the sad news. He asked me if we want the stuff. I said no memories. We want it all born. So we don't collect nothing. We want it all born. That's how hot we are. It's too
Right.
much overbearing. Too much overbearing.
Let me ask you a quick question, Makita
Sure.
and a
Yeah.
sister. When your mom fell in the house,
Hmm.
did she have any other pre-existing condition? What happened? Did she trip and fall, or was she sick? Did something happen? Were anybody
No, she
aware?
came out. She came out from the bathroom.
The bathroom was wet,
Yeah, because
so she slipped.
so that was a Thursday. That was week before Thursday. She fell. She came out from the bathroom. She slept. Apparently, you have like smooth tiles in the bathroom, and as she oversized,
Right.
she my little sister that discovered her, but I guess she was not taking it lightly at that point in time. So we were only informed about the fall the Sunday. And
Yes.
when we went there, the condition we saw our mom in, we had no choice but to break the curfew and bring her down to Maribor. So that's the first time she went to Maribor.
Did she
She
did she,
she she had
did she at any
mhm.
point during the time that you saw how you carried on, did she have any problem breathing, any respiratory
I
issues?
have all videos apparently, and thank God I took those videos. I have videos to show that my mom had no signs, no symptoms, no runny nose, no vomiting, no diarrhea,
No fever?
no fever, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And thank God I took videos of, days when I went to see my mom, when I actually saw her, the condition she was in. She wasn't showing no signs, no symptoms of COVID-19 illness.
So, and the test that they conducted on her, you said it was not a PCR test, it was a rapid test.
Yes, yeah.
And I tell people right now, I mean, my personal experience with the rapid test, I don't trust this rapid
It's
test.
no good. It's no good.
A
And to hear it
doctor
from
tell
a
us that.
doctor,
Yeah, it came from a doctor on Thursday when we went there. He said the rapid test does not show what it's supposed to.
it's inaccurate.
Okay. We heard it. Because
I,
she went in Princess Alice Hospital on Sunday
right.
and they did not tell her she's COVID. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We went back Tuesday. She's COVID positive. The last one my mom said to me, she didn't say it to me. When we reached down in the general hospital, she said, "Oh God, my head." I tried to get something from her. She not whisper. I was in the ambulance with her. I went down with her. I stayed with her right through. I leave the hospital minutes to 10. I am not sick. I have no ailment. Not my mother had no ailment before that, even that fall. She had no complaint. She cooked, she washed, she do everything for she said. She alone in her house.
Yeah.
And it's hard to believe. And I don't even see her, so I just can't believe. I believe my mother is somewhere out there for me to find. I don't believe my mother died. I still can't believe my mother died. I'm looking for my mother. I'm in search of my mother. I'm in search of her. It's really hard. It's really, really hard. You don't want the COVID to spread. We don't want this COVID to spread. So if my mother truly had COVID, why didn't you ask us to quarantine ourselves? Who we been with, who we dealt with? Nothing like that. It's hard, man. It's very terrible. It's hard.
So you're saying none of you guys have any symptoms, had any symptoms, not even the little daughter, no symptoms of
My,
COVID.
Nobody.
my last
Nobody.
sister tested the same day my mother tested. Nothing. My last sister, baby daughter, is only 4 years. She been sleeping with my mother up to the last point of view, and she no show, not even a running, no, not even a temperature up to this blessed day.
Okay,
Nothing.
the doctor, right? You spoke to the doctor. Did they show the treatment or give you any idea of the treatment that they gave your mom?
We
Did she
don't
catch
know.
what she died from? Because people die from complications of COVID. People have pneumonia, they have respiratory issues, and they're treated in a certain manner based on the complication that they have. Did they
Yeah,
give you
that's
guys
what we know.
as to
That's what we know, but
who
we
treated her? What they
haven't.
for? What
This
she
is
died
this
of?
is
Like,
this is what really ridiculous. The doctor
And
in Princess Alice Hospital told us that the nurse came out from Princess Alice Hospital, told us they did the rapid test. She's positive. The doctor spoke to me and told me that she probably traumatized over the lash she get in her hand, and she having a mild stroke. She having a mild stroke. So she was sent her down to General Hospital in order that we could prepare for her CT scan. We went down in town, expecting we talked to one of the doctor and they tell us what and what. The doctor in casualty came out. We asked her what is the procedure. He cannot tell us. The doctor on the ward gonna tell us. I went down on the ward to give the information, which I give my number, but they say the number I give is not that they have. I give the nurse the number twice. They say that's not a number. But we expecting the doctor to call us on Wednesday, 10 o'clock. They did not call. We call them before 10 o'clock Wednesday, right up to like midnight Wednesday night. No response. We started again on on Thursday morning. Nothing. We say we don't waiting. We respect we couldn't visit our mom. But please, I mean, put things in place where loved one calling to find out you can't visit, you calling to find out about your family members. Then you could know something and then you could feel at ease. We don't know what they do with her. We cannot tell you that. Cannot tell you.
I I don't know what to say because I just can't imagine what you guys are going through. And the sad part about it is now she has to be buried within 72 hours. Now let me
That's
ask you,
ridiculous. It cannot happen.
and I guess that is one of the things that you underscored why you don't want that they to have COVID on her birth certificate. That's very important to
On
you.
her death, yeah, on her death certificate,
Sorry,
yeah.
on the certificate.
Mm-hmm.
So the time frame. Let's look at the time frame because
Mm-hmm.
that is alarming to me as well. Between the time that they said that she contracted COVID or she was positive to the time
Mm-hmm.
that she died, how long apart was that?
For the long apart
Two,
from
two.
she, they said on Tuesday and she died on Thursday morning. We
Mm-hmm.
can't tell you what time she died on Wednesday morning because we didn't get a call. Like my sister said, she called somebody from America for the person to call in the general hospital for us to get to know that we mother died. So if we mother died 8 o'clock, we can't tell you if it's 8, we can't tell you if it's
We
5,
don't know for
we
certain, but
can't tell you what time. Anytime they tell us, we had to go with it because we didn't call us.
So she
And we
didn't
was
have any.
trying.
She didn't have any symptoms. She didn't exhibit any physical symptoms that you could have seen.
no.
But she died in 2 days.
Yeah.
Jenny, I'm sorry I couldn't have shown you the videos. I'm really sorry
Yeah, you could send it to me.
because
If you wanna, I could take a look at it still. But I think that there are a lot more questions than answers here because
Even my uncle, as a police officer, is very upset about it because he know he been with his mom, his sister, and he's still to work. He's still to work.
yeah, I know that there are a lot of people in that watching right along right now who are probably medical professionals. So let me open up the phone lines to kind of get some understanding because I'm no doctor, but I've spoken to so many people with COVID and it's hard to understand that you don't have any symptoms and then in 2 days you die. Like I know it's kind of progressive. I know it's a kind of progressive disease. You might have breathing issues. You might catch pneumonia, and then shortly after, your organ might give up, your lung might give up, or something like that. But she didn't exhibit those symptoms. And why? What happened? So I don't know if there's any doctor, nurse, or anyone that really understands this probably a little bit better than me could call and give you some clarification on it. Guys, you could call in 718-701-5720. We're speaking to the family right here who lost their mom, just lost their mom, just a couple days ago, and they are perplexed because they're
Mhm.
claiming the medical system is claiming that she died of COVID, but she actually had absolutely no symptoms. What's happening here? We got a call on the line. Call on the line. Where you calling us from?
Hi, Brooklyn.
Hi, Brooklyn. Go right ahead.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Condolences to the family.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Thanks.
I understand what they are saying because last year, early in the COVID, I was tested positive in April and gave birth to a daughter, to my son. 2 weeks ago, I went and I did the antibody test, and it came back that I never had COVID from since January 2020.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So we cover in 2020. So I gave birth 2020 April. Right? So they are doing a lot of mishap in the hospital. If you don't have someone going to the hospital with you, there's a lot of mistakes. And if this mom had fall, that means she had a brain bleed, and they did not catch it until after the death. So I'm very, very sorry about the death of their mom, but this is an open eye for everyone.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Thank you so much, caller. It is very confusing to say the least on what's happening here. Okay, we have another call on the line. We're gonna take call on the line. Turn your audio your background down a little bit because it give me a feedback. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, go right ahead, caller.
I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Hi.
And to the family, accept my sympathy. I'm so sorry. But as we know, I'm no doctor, so I'm just giving my opinion that sometimes you have corona and sometimes you get a false negative reading. Sometimes you have it, but you don't show up. Sometimes things happen all the time. But I had a friend when the corona just started. She had the corona, but she didn't have any symptoms
Mm-hmm.
until she got a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And it's until she get a stroke and she end up in the hospital, they realize that she had corona. Keep in mind that person used to work in a hospital. Today she didn't die, but she's completely paralyzed. So corona comes in a lot of different symptoms, and sometimes we get negative, positive reading, and sometimes that happen. Another thing is, I realized in the first in Grenada, they normally used to bury the body cremate the body in a few hours, but that don't happen now. It takes a longer time because look at this guy died a few weeks ago, and they don't bury him as yet. So
Well, the
although we
protocol,
take,
the protocol, the protocol is as announced by the minister, is that they will be buried within 72 hours of death. That is the protocol as announced. If it's been implemented that way is a different story, but we
well,
do know that that was part
maybe
of the
that's the
protocol.
protocol, but
Yeah.
it's not happening because we have someone that died in my village in St. Andrews a few weeks ago, and they haven't buried him yet. And I know a score of people that die with corona in Grenada, and they don't bury them immediately. So maybe there is something, somewhere they could find the body called. But it's hard when you have to deal with a family member close as a parent. It's really, really hard. I know they want answers, and I'm so sorry for the loss. I'm really, really sorry for the
Yeah,
loss.
it's
I
sad.
hope they find comfort.
Thank you so much, caller.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah. Um, Makita, tell us
Yeah.
why it is so important to you and the family that this does not go down on record as a COVID-19 death.
Well, first off is because we were actually there. We saw how our mom was. We knew what happened with our mom. And
Right.
we know how our mom lived. We knew how her lifestyle. Basically, my mom don't leave the house. And if it's one person that visit my mom that is negative of the virus, showing no signs, then I guess COVID-19 is airborne.
What it is.
Yeah, it has to be because I cannot understand and I will never, never believe, and no one can convince me that my mom died of COVID. My mom had an accident. The weight my mom has, I guess everything was triggered by the fall she got in the bathroom. Especially when you hit your head, you don't take them things lightly. I believe my mom had internal bleeding, probably in her forehead. She could have possibly gotten a stroke, but I don't believe that my mom had COVID.
Right. Are you did you speak to anyone prior to your mom's death? Any medical practitioner to give you further clarification on a prognosis on the reason for her death?
Only the doctor that took her X-ray, and far as I seen, like his reading, everything was okay to him. Especially the lungs were medically cleared, her chest was medically cleared.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. So do you have or did they provide you with an X-ray to show her lung or anything? You have that?
No,
Who has that?
we know the doctor, so most likely, since he called us and tell us, then we could go to him to see.
Right. Right. Yeah, because again,
Um,
go ahead.
yeah, we also understand that whenever a patient enters the general hospital, the first two things they're advised to to give is to take is a urine and blood test. So we haven't gotten any inquiries with those tests as yet.
Right. Yeah.
And we're wondering like why not?
Yeah. All of these things should be provided to you to add further clarification. But we got a call on the line. On the line, caller, you like where you calling us from?
Like I'm calling from Grenada.
Go right ahead, caller.
First of all, I'd like to extend my sympathy to the family and
Thank you.
but keep strong. Well, like one day I went to bed, right? Woke up Tuesday, very stuffy. Well, first of all, I didn't catch cold that day, so I was a bit worried. On Wednesday, I went to the health center. I was tested positive. The only symptoms I was exhibiting at the time was toughness, nothing else.
Right.
My daughter, who was sleeping with me, because it's I and she alone, she was tested and tested negative. And she was sleeping with me right up to Wednesday, to Tuesday night into Wednesday. Everything together. Anyway, I think today we make it about 7 days since, and she's still negative, and I am positive. This corona thing, I don't think even the doctors could explain to us certain things. Sometimes we asking things of them which they themselves cannot explain.
Yeah, and I agree with you, caller.
Yeah.
COVID-19, I don't believe that there is a full blueprint that says everybody that have COVID body react this way or that way. Because I know when I had COVID, and the rest of my household didn't have COVID. So, and
Exactly.
no one could explain how come we eating and everybody together breathing the same air and I have it, but nobody else caught it. That is crazy. So it's not like you could say it is a master copy of how everybody or how everything react. It's people get stroke from COVID. Some people don't. Some people lose their taste. Some people don't. Some people have when it gets they have pneumonia and die from the pneumonia. Some people don't. Everybody's bodies are different, and it affect COVID-19 affect their body differently.
That's true. Because I have lost my sense of taste and smell, and within a day it came back. Now I am in the 7th day and I am nauseous. That's the only thing I could see. But look, my daughter is doing fine, thank God. I thank God every day that she's okay because I was worried about her. But COVID-19 changes and affects people differently. So what may have happened to me may not happen to Mary or Tom. So there is no one way we could say this is how it works. You know, it's just sorry that certain people are losing their battle with it. But at the same time, we just have to be strong to what needs to be done and, take it from there. And trust me, I feel no pain. I am in this situation in the sense of dealing with it, but there is no way I could say, okay, it wouldn't do you that or you wouldn't do it. Okay, so just fighting, just keep strong and all this, all you will get through.
Thank you so much,
Good night.
caller. Thank you. Good night. Again, guys, this is a sad situation, and this family is not the only family that's going through this situation right now. There are hundreds at this point in time of families who are probably gonna get a call in a couple hours or so to say that their family member just passed away from COVID-19, and we also understand that the health system is inundated with a lot of patients, a lot of patients. They probably never seen so much patients before. So we understand that the workload, right? And I had someone in the hospital call and they say, yo, it is so crazy sometimes. Some nurses and healthcare workers, in some cases, they might be in a position where they don't even want to go into that particular room because they too are scared for their life, for their own life, and some of them don't even have the necessary protection that they need. So we understand, and we're not knocking the nurses. I know they're doing their best job, but the compassion, man, the compassion that is needed at this point in time, it costs nothing to show compassion. Zero. Let's take this next call. Caller, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Go right ahead, Brooklyn.
Yeah, actually, my wife had a similar situation. Her uncle passed like 2 weeks ago, and I think he fell. They took him to, I think, his St. Augustine. While he was for some tests, while he was there, he was not he was not diagnosed with COVID. But by the time he get back into the general hospital, they said that he had COVID. So maybe he got it in St. Augustine, or he got it on in the ambulance heading to the hospital, or he got it when he got back to the hospital. And so this weekday we had to bury him, and the diagnosis is that he died of COVID. So I mean, this thing is really a difficult disease to deal with, and so I want to extend my deepest condolences to the family and let them know that God is a God of all comfort, and He will give them the comfort that they need.
Right. Thank you, caller. We appreciate you. But in their case, in the Francois family case, you guys are saying that is not the case. She did not die from COVID. You don't believe that she died from COVID. What do you need? What do you guys need right now from the authorities to give you more comfort and closure for your mom's death?
We'll need all the medical people. What they treat, we want to know all this. What they treat her for, the medical, what medication, because we couldn't go on the ward and we admit we couldn't go on the ward. But we did need to talk to the doctor on the ward as far as he says the doctor that had to give us
The
the
inquiries.
the inquiry of her. Because she wasn't responsive. So she couldn't say the inside there and tell us is that the doctor said this or this. So we out here and we want to know.
So what is preventing you from calling that doctor? If you were to pick up the phone right now and call the doctor or tomorrow or whatever, if you
So
were to
We don't know the doctor
we
who
don't know
walked
who
out
dealt
on
with
the
her.
ward. We don't know because they said the doctor would have called us 10 o'clock on Wednesday. He did not.
Remember, I told you we got
yeah.
a call from
So we had
someone in the hospital. Apparently, probably it could be a nurse, it could be, but it was just a friend of a friend that called me
A
from the
friend,
hospital.
friend.
Yeah, and yeah, and when I went down, we
which she
went
was
down
away
and we
already.
tried to get the confirmation that she's really dead. But before, how we knew that she was dead first was because I got the call from a friend of a friend. Yeah, the person works in the hospital. So apparently, my friend had her call me to let me to give me heads up as to what was taking place with my mom because since we was calling the hospital, they weren't answering. So I had to use that method into finding out information to from my mom in there.
This pain, this is hurt. This hurts me. This really,
So when
really
we when
hurts.
we when we got there, they still were telling us like, shortage of staff. We understand that, but if you take the time out to reach out to the families to let them know, to give them a little heads up, it could be 1 minute, just 1 minute of your time to say, hey, we dealt with Francois and we just want to give you an update of as to how she's doing. We'll appreciate it. But we didn't get that treatment.
So what's next? Where's your mom right now? I know that she's in one of the homes. What's the next step?
You wanna answer that? Okay.
The next step, then we are going to bury her. But I am unacceptable with a COVID death certificate. They have to give us better. And which I think when I went to the funeral home on yesterday, and I
Monday.
talked to the secretary on there, and I told her just how I feel, just how I explained give you, I explained give her. Then she came to me, she called because I did it in Granville, and then she called and she told me they don't have a down as a COVID. I said, let's hope so, because if I get a death certificate and it's my COVID, I will spit it back in the face. I wouldn't accept it.
Hold up, wait a minute. What do you mean that is not on the death certificate?
She said that's what I don't know. She tell me that is not. When I asked her, I say, well, they told me in the in General Hospital she died of COVID. And then I say, well, I don't know. And then I told her she called down St. George's, and then she tell me when she called down St. George's, she tell me, no, your mother don't die of COVID. Only in the funeral home we getting to know that they said she don't die of COVID. So I don't know.
So, so what you miss?
We don't get the death certificate as yet, but that's what she tell me. So I don't know. But if I have to collect the death certificate and it show COVID, I would not accept it because they have to give me the medical papers. They have to show me everything.
So up to this point, we are assuming that it's COVID because of what someone told you, but it has not even been confirmed that that is exactly what they have on the death certificate.
We don't know. We don't have that yet because they don't get because we bring in the birth paper yesterday to get the death certificate. So we don't think. But the girl that works in the funeral agency, I told her, look what happened and look what it is. And then she called down St. George's and she told me, oh, they don't have her down as a COVID patient. So I don't know, at the COVID death. And funny about it, when we reached down there, we spoke to the doctor. We wait until the funeral agent come and take my mother. We never see a nurse neither a doctor come out and speak to us.
I have another question, but I'll come back to it. Let's jump to the call. Call your live. Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Brooklyn again. Is it the family listening to what they say? If you want to know if your parents died from COVID, you could contact every funeral home in Grenada that pick up a body. They test them to see if it's COVID or not. So much things going on in Grenada. Grenada has never seen so much of death. Everything is new to the nurses, to the doctors. They have never seen so much of death. So by going by what this person say and they say, this is not how people operate.
Yeah, but they can't get a person, like they can't. It's hard for them to get a direct connection with someone, as far as what I understand, and to give them a clear, distinct answer.
Junior, they could just contact the funeral home because every funeral home in Grenada, before they bring a patient to deal with them, they test them to figure out if they die from COVID or not, because they treat patients that die from COVID differently. So listen to what someone they say, and a cousin say, and a friend say. It's not even here or there. Yes, the parent died, and people die from. So many different. I had my friend. He lives in his house with his brother. Today his brother is dead, but he never catch the COVID. COVID is different with different people.
Right.
Excuse me. I will come in there.
So
I will come in there.
What they say, and people tell them, and they hear, and go to the source, and just
so
that to
Carla, hold on 1 second. They want hold on. They want to respond. They want to respond to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll come in there. If she was listening, she would have heard that I went to the funeral home yesterday in St. Andrews, and the lady called from St. George's and told us that my mom did not die of COVID. They don't have her down like a COVID patient. That is what I tell you. I didn't say people or they say. I went to the funeral home and I've asked them. I tell them what was her situation and what I want to know. And then she called, she makes sure, then she get me back the feedback that my mother did not die of COVID.
Okay, so then your mother didn't die from COVID because the funeral home in Grenada, and I have it from good authority, that once I pick up a patient, because the death is, people is dying from natural cause today in Grenada, but the funeral home, instead of bringing everybody into their facility they test them. So
the funeral home don't test the dead body.
They do test the dead body, Junior. Do test the dead body.
I don't know the protocol, to tell you the truth.
Yes.
So I stand corrected. If
They
they
do
test,
test the dead body. They don't just pick up somebody in the hospital and assume they die from COVID. They test the body to see what they die
yeah,
from.
but
So
the doctor,
It's only the doctor to say
to
the
say that
doctor.
person died.
Yeah.
Funeral home doesn't say that that person died or examine the dead. If the doctor said or the medical examiner said that the person dead from brain aneurysm, the funeral home don't go and test for brain aneurysm. They say okay, they died from brain aneurysm. So the doctor
not
is who.
Exactly.
you have to realize that what happened in Grenada now, everybody's in a pro. Grenada has never been so overwhelmed with death. I don't think anybody in Grenada, any medical doctor ever see so much death in Grenada. As of today, 130 persons died in Grenada with COVID. Plus, we have people dying from natural causes. Could you imagine what those doctors and nurses that have never seen that going through? So everybody is a little shell shocked. When that happened in New York, everybody was crazy because we never see so much people dying.
Right.
So again, I understand the family, and when someone dies, it's painful. I know the pain. I know the pain. But just take it down a notch and just like take a little breather. Take a little breather. God is a good God. You will find the answer. Just ask the right question to the right person. Maybe not as your heart now, as when you guys have, just bring it down a notch and just think about it. And I'm so sorry for your loss again.
All right. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
caller. I
Okay,
appreciate
thank
you.
you. Bye.
Okay.
Um. Okay. Again, to your point, the doctor is who pronounced someone dead. It's not the
Yes,
funeral
true.
home. And I stand corrected, but I think that that is how it works. Um, either way, the information. If someone died, I think the least that you could do to the family, just to provide some level of comfort, is just give them the information that they need as to how their loved one died, so they could at least start the closure process, right? Not having to dig and go through further traumatization to try to seek that information because it's tough already on them. It's tough already, right? And I can't begin to think and feel where you guys and how you guys are feeling right now. I can't because it's terrible. And I know the next couple of days, weeks and months is gonna be even worse when you come to the realization of what happened in here. Because right now your adrenaline pumping, everything is moving. You still ain't even feel like she's gone. You still ain't even come to that realization. I think months before I really realized that my father died after he died. So I understand what you guys are going through. But
And
I want
to add with that, it comes like you hear the saying that what the eyes don't see don't really hurt the heart. Um, just to add with that, it's like we haven't even seen our mother. We're only hearing that she's gone. We don't know who we're burying. So, I mean, even if you have as a COVID-19 patient, not even a picture, not even a picture to say, well, this is your mom. Who are we burying, really?
yeah.
And we requested it, and it's a no-no.
In the protocol as well, they mentioned that one person would come to the funeral home to identify the body. Did anybody in the family went there to identify her? That's before they seal the casket. Did any one of you?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't
Mm,
do that as yet, so let's hope we could.
Right. No, that's in the
yes.
protocol. That's in the last
Yeah.
protocol that was mentioned by the Minister of Health just the other day. So
Okay.
that they said that it's not a viewing, it's not like a funeral viewing.
Mm.
Someone go, they identify the person, and then the casket is sealed forever, and they
I
have
heard
some
the news.
which is
I
out,
heard the news. Yes.
which is outside. Um, I I I feel it for you guys. Okay, we have a lot of people watching right now, and we have a lot more people that's watching. Probably the folks from the health, from different departments are watching right now. What do you want to say to them? Speak directly to them. Just speak directly to them. What do you want to say?
Okay. First off, I know that COVID-19 is real. We know that. We have deaths every day now. deaths are rising, but somehow in my heart, I don't feel like the amount of deaths they're saying that is corresponding to COVID-19 is true. I don't believe that. I believe that there are some other deaths that are natural causes. It could be probably accidents. It could be people that are of aged, and how people just say they make their time. I believe that you have deaths included with the amount of deaths they're saying that COVID-19, increasing day by day. I believe that they're trying to manipulate us into believing something that is not true.
But what is the benefit
And
to what is the benefit to the them that you're talking about? What is the benefit to the them in your own rationalization to
this, it
to
could be,
COVID-19
it could
versus
be, this is, this could be a money making thing for the government.
uh, I don't want to go
It could,
there.
yeah,
I,
it could.
I mean, I don't know. Who makes money from that? I mean,
What I would like to say to the Ministry of Health, they need to get things in place in order, you know, you have, if you have one person outside a ward or medical with the COVID ward that you filling them with the information and you had a phone there, so that person when you call, you could get a response about your family member. We all accept we cannot go to the hospital. We know that. But if we call and they could tell us, oh, I call on the behalf of Miss Francois. Could you give me details about Miss Francois? And then we get our information. I mean, that will be 100% because a lot of people been calling the hospital and they're not responding. So if you don't have a friend inside it, you don't know about your family members.
right?
Since such as we have to call in America for a friend to call a friend and for us to know him.
Yeah,
So they need to put things in place. We all understand the shortage of staff. We all understand all that. You
yeah,
understand? But just passing on a report to, one person in a little desk in a little room. So we don't annoy the nurses, neither the doctor. Because I know they've been bothered every time a phone ring, you pass on the information. So then I call you, I could know what's happening to my family. Somebody I call, they could know, but the doctor and nurses not coming too. Because if they check for the day, tomorrow morning or later, you say, well, okay, Miss Francois was that. Fine, thank you. But we know for that the day because we know it's one person we call. We don't call right through because we understand we are in the pandemic time.
right.
Yeah. So I would like them to see put that in place. Because if they put that in place, if they can meet with the loved ones could meet with them.
Right, right. Listen, I hope that you get closure, and closure might come in the form for you at this point. Closure might come in the form of you just getting the information that said that your mom did not die from COVID. That might be enough closure for you. I hope that you get the closure that you need at this point in time, and I hope that the people who could make a difference are watching, are listening. But we still at the point where we don't even know for sure. So we could be speculating the hell out of it right now, because you could go tomorrow and get a death certificate that doesn't say COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We are still kind of speculating about this,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I want to update this story, because whenever you get that death certificate, because that is your closure at the moment. Nothing we could do at this point in time would bring back your mom,
No.
whether it's COVID or a trauma, and it's sad. It's a sad reality. Sorry to break it down like this, but the fact about it
Yeah.
is your rationale, your closure is you do not want her to be identified as a COVID patient if she didn't die from COVID, because they don't believe that she died from COVID. And I hope that you get that closure tomorrow or whenever you get that death certificate to at least bring some closure to the family. But I thank you guys for coming on. I thank you guys for coming on. I thank you guys so much, and it's going to be so hard going forward. But rest assured, if there is
Yeah.
any little thing that we can help with, I mean, we can't do much. We're small. But if there's
Yeah.
any little thing that we could help with, reach out to us. Probably we could make a call. Probably we could do something. You need someone to talk to. We have some psychologists on our end. Just somebody to comfort and speak to. We have a little support group here that we could assist with that. And please take care of yourself and the rest of your family. We really, really, really appreciate you guys. Any last word?
Thank you.
Any last word before we go? Anything?
I just like to let Grenadians know, like,
How we feel.
Yeah.
just time to wake up and just look at things and how things are going right now.
Yes.
Just open your eyes, because there's a lot more worse things to come, and if you cannot handle it, it will just bring you right down.
Right. Thank you so much.
And our
Thank
families,
you.
if the first,
Yes.
yeah, we're not the first. I'm sorry, we're not the first, and we won't be the last.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
Thanks again
thank you
for
for having us.
yes.
All right.
Thank you guys so much. We'll keep in touch. Okay?
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.
A prayer for me country. I want to
Sad. All over. It's sad. I want a little sing with me.
Father, hear my prayer. A prayer for me country.
There are far too much families.
I want to say a prayer to the Lord for my nation. I want to say a prayer for all them politicians. I want to thank the master to brighten their vision. Give them the inspiration to look beyond the horizon. Ah, too long we living in bitterness and hate. Now the time is right for us to renew our faith. I'm sick and tired of all the confusion. The bickering been going on much too long. So as we move to the new century, Father, hear my plea. Hey, Father, I pray for the PM to find solution for we problems. Oh, Father, oh, Father, I pray for every minister to see eye to eye with each other. Oh, Father, oh, Father, I pray for progress. I pray for stability. I pray for happiness and a whole lot of love in my country. Father, I pray for the police. Please inspire them to keep the peace. Oh, Father, oh, Father, I pray for the judge and the jury and those who begging for their mercy. Oh, Father, oh, Father, I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray, I pray for the good and the bad man. I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray, I pray for the whole of the nation.
Yeah. We gotta say a prayer for our nation, boy. That's too much pain. Oh God, that's too much pain. That's too much pain for a small population of people to go through. I mean, we're talking about family members who are losing 2 and 3 people within their own family. We've never seen things like that before. It's difficult. Almost every person knows someone who died from COVID. Yeah. It's a difficult experience for everyone who just got the news that a loved one has passed on. We empathize, send out all of our condolences, and we understand. We pray for you and your family. But at the same time, COVID-19 is not a death sentence. There are deaths, yes, and it's sad whenever we report deaths. But there's also a lot of people who are recovering from COVID-19 on a daily basis. And I think, as was said a few times ago, but I'll say it again, we'll get through this and we'll be stronger on the other side of this. I firmly believe that. I believe that this would change the demographic of our people, the mindset and the thinking of our people. But we will get through this, and on the other side, we'll be better, we'll be more loving, we'll be more acceptable, we'll be more friendly with each other. We'll be obviously more clean as well, obviously. But this is a teaching point for the whole world. This is a turning point for the whole world. And don't expect the normal that we had before. There will be a new normal. a complete different normal, a new normal as everything else. But I think it will be a better normal. So guys, take this opportunity to be a friend. You might know someone who have lost someone. Give them a call, no man. Give them a little call and find out how they're doing from time to time. Someone might contract COVID today. Give them a call, check up on them. Adapt a COVID patient, as I have about 20 of them. I said, and the list keep growing. That I just call and check up on people, find out how they're doing. Right? Because that's the kind of people we are. We need to feel other people. Now that we can't feel the hug, we need to be virtual with it. Call someone and find out how they're doing. All right? Adapt a patient. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being a part of our program. Thanks to our producer, Lois JJ. Happy belated birthday, Lois JJ. Thank you so much. You're doing such a great job. Kibbs and Gail and Deanne Fraser, and from all of our team over here at Team Ridealong, Wendy, thank you so much. Wendy have been working overtime with her job, and also whenever we have cases where she needs to speak to patients, she have been talking to a lot of people and helping. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't do it without you. Everybody could do the same. All right, adapt someone that you know is going through stress right now, and we'll be better on the other side. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Catch you guys again tomorrow right here on Ridealong Live. Continue to share this program so it will get into the inbox who need to see it and could make a major difference. Peace out. Catch me tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Oh, Father, I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray. I pray for the good and the bad man. I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray. I pray for the whole of my nation. Father, hear my prayer. A prayer for my country. Living conditions sometimes is so unbearable. It's very hard for the youths to stay out of trouble. Some of them went to school and they graduate with their degree, but they still cannot find nothing to do in this country. That's bad. I'm sure you know that this whole saying is true. The devil always have plenty work for those who idle. So they turn to drug, alcohol and recklessness, and creating terror for those who make progress. So before another one die, Father, hear my cry. Hey! Father, I pray for the children. Please don't let the devil control them. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. I pray for the misguided youth man walking wrong with dangerous weapon. Oh, Father. Oh, Father, I pray for common sense, I pray for tranquility, I pray for intelligence, and a whole lot of peace in my country. Father, I pray for the woman who give herself to prostitution. Oh, Father, oh, Father, I pray for the lovely young lady who raising her child without daddy. Oh, Father, I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray. For the con and the drug man. I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray. I pray for the whole of my nation.
Welcome to TD Bank, where you'll find the personalized attention you deserve and the legendary experience you expect. Let's do business. If you are a medical or dental practitioner, contact me to hear about our tailored lending solutions for residential mortgages, equipment purchases, practice-related commercial mortgages and refinance. Visit me at 500 Baychester Avenue to hear more about our full range of personal and small business banking solutions. See you soon. Welcome to TD Bank.
Feeling hungry? Grab a snack. Caribbean food to life. Jamaica